Hello guys, welcome back to the universe of Tech Hub. In this tutorial, we will learn about JavaScript. In JavaScript, first we need to learn variables. A variable in JavaScript or any programming language is like a container that holds a information. You can think of it as a labeled box or where you can store the things, data, you might want to use later. This is the variable. In generally, what is variable means? A variable in JavaScript or any programming language is like a container that holds a information. You can think of it as a labeled box where you can store the things, data that you might want to use later. Next, we need to learn why do we need variables. Variables, first it is used for storing the information. Variables allows you to store the data that you can use throughout your program. For example, if you want to keep track of your usernames and can store it in a variables. This is the example. Like for example, let is the variable. Let is the username equals to alias, because this is the username name it is in the string form, right? So that is the reason we need to close in the double quotes, then semicolon. This is the storing the information. Username is store the information of alias, the name alias. Reusability, once you have stored a value in a variable, you can use that variable multiple times without having to rewrite the value. This makes our code cleaner and easy to manage. This is the reason also why do we need variables. And next, we need to changing the values. Variables can change over a time. If you need to update the information, you can simply change the value stored in the variables. Like the username is equals to Bob. Now the variable holds a new value. Like Bob is the new value, right? The console.log username, the output is Bob. Now the username is alias console.log user name. Now alias. We see that alias. Next, using a variable helps organize our code. Instead of using a hard coded values everywhere, you can use descriptive variable names that makes your code easier to read and understand. That is the reason we need to use a variables. We need a variables. Next, in many applications, the data can change as based on user input or other factors. The variables allows you to handle this dynamic data easily. Variables are essential in JavaScript because they help you to store and manage and manipulate data on our program. They make our code more organized and reusable and adaptable to changes. You can store the data in a variable using a assignment operator. We need to using a assignment operator. This is the assignment operator. Next, we need to declare a variable. How we need to declare a variable? Like let const where are the keywords. The username is the variable. Alias is the value. Let is used to declare a variable that can be reassigned later. So that is the reason we need to use a let. Next, const. Use it to declare a constant variable that cannot be reassigned. So that is the reason we need to use a const. Next, we need to use a var. Var an older way to declare a variables which has some different scoping variable. Where is this? Some different scoping variables. Later on, we will discuss on these things. The next we need to, these are all the keywords. We need to use the declare the variable. Next, we need to assign a value. After declaring a variable, you can assign a value using the assignment operator. For example, like this is the example for let keyword. Let username is equals to alias. Let is the keyword, username is the variable, alias is the value. The console.log is the printing statement. So this is the let keyword we using the. Next we need to storing a number. How to store the number? Let age is equals to 30. 30 like number, right? So we won't use a double quotes. Next, the console.log age. What we need to do? Next, alias 30. This is the first thing. Example for strings. This is the example for numbers. Next, another one is boolean, right? Let is student. This is the variable true. Boolean operate Boolean data types means true or false, like something like. We need to save this and console.log is student. Next we need to run this like true. We need to This is the example for string, this is the example for number, this is the example for boolean. Next we learn example for array. Let the fruits is equals to, like array is in the open and close brackets, right? Apple, banana. This is the example for arrays. Next I need to print this array. Console.log fruits. This is the variable name, right? Next I save this and run this. We need to see this in output console. Alias is the example for strings and 30 is the example for numbers and true is the example for boolean, right? And apple, banana and cherry is the example for arrays. Next we need to learn how to store objects in JavaScript. First, next we need to take let as a keyword and person. We need to store person data. So person, the variable name is person equals to assignment operator we need to use and curly braces. The name is the variable. Name is the name. Alias. Alias is the string, right? So that is the reason we need to use this comma age. The age is something like 25. Next is student is like false. This is next we need to close this. An object with these properties name, age and is students. We need to accessing the data. How can I access this data? The console.log the console.log the variable person. We need to access the properties like age age is the property, right? Next semicolon. We need to save this and run this. The person age is 25. This showing a 25. This is the how to accessing the data using a properties variables. Next we need to updating the value. How can we update the value? Age is equals to 30. I need to update this and console dot age something like Like this is the updated value. Next, to store a data in a variable in JavaScript, to declare the variable using a let const and where is the keyword, and then assign a value to the its assignment operator. You can store a variable of types of data including strings, numbers, booleans, arrays and objects like this using a function. You can also store the information in function which can encapsulate behavior and data. The like I take on function, the function age, function greet, something like this. I take on function greet. The function is representing the opening and closing braces, and we need to use flower bracket to declare the function. The function return like hello something, hello right, name, hello our name, hello, this is enough. Next, the variables are stored in local storage. How to do this? First, if you want to store information that persists even after the user closes the browser, you can use the browser's local storage. In this tutorial, we will learn storing the information and why do we need the variables, what is variables, and examples, how is works, how to declare the variables, how to assign a value to the variable. These are all the concepts we need to cover in this video. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe, like and share and comment in this video.